What's up, guys? Welcome back. So I'm gonna show you guys some combos. They're not fancy combos or high damaging combos, but these are just combos to show you guys the potential of his cancel, as well as I'm gonna show you guys why I like the Hish Qu Ten variation compared to the other two. I know the other two have a lot of high damage output, but this one is really good for pressuring and keeping your opponent on their toes so they will not know what to expect. So I'm gonna show you guys these combos and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed those combos. So I'm going to first go over why I chose this variation and mix-ups I use. Then I'm going to go in a little in depth on how I actually do his cancel. It's a little different from Devora and Liu Kang and the Scorpion and Raiden and all those. It's not exactly a run cancel. It is just a standing still cancel, and you can just continue with whatever combo you would like. So let's start off. So a must you need to know is his down 4. You guys need to utilize this every chance you get. It has really good range and it's fast as shit. I usually do a low and then use his disc. Then I run in with whatever I would like. So do a low, then use a disc, and to keep your opponent on their toes. This is really fast and it's hard for your opponent to actually react to, so I suggest you guys to use this a lot. Also, you guys know most of his moves are very predictable if you want to start up combos. So for example, his 3-2, it is an overhead, but it's a second hit overhead. His 4-2, 1-2, it is an overhead, but it's a last hit overhead, meaning your opponent has a lot of time to react on it. So the reason why I like Hish Qu Ten variation the most is because you can cancel those with the low and possibly stumbling your opponent and causing way more pressure than you actually intended to. So for example, his 2-1-2, it has the overhead at the end. You can use combos and of course further your damage, but 9 out of 10 your opponent will block, and plus it has a very long startup. So what I do is his 1-2, then I cancel with the low. So basically his down back X does a low automatic. Instead of doing his high shooting, you do his down back X and it does a low. So I do 1-2, 1-2-3, you bam, you do that, they'll block it. You do 1-2, do the low, then you can run it with whatever. They'll be expecting the overhead, then you cancel it with the low, and bam, you got your opponent on his toes, and you're keeping them good up with the pressure and the mix-ups. Another combo I like to utilize this variation is his 3-2. So it has another overhead, but then again it is very predictable, and when you're playing against an opponent who know how to block, you'll find yourself just getting all your attacks blocked. So what I do is his 3-2, and then after, instead of me trying to predict if he's gonna block or not, I'll just cancel it with his down back X. So 1-2, bam, 1-2, bam, 1-2, bam, easy, right? So this causes your opponents to do a lot of mix-ups. So if they're blocking, they will not expect the low. Then when they actually do expect the low, you may just cancel it and then just go in for the grab. And his last thing I really want to talk about is his low startup. So this is the most obvious startup and the best startup for Predator, which is his low, and then you can go whatever combo you would like. But if you do a low and then they block it and then they're expecting you to do another hit, you could do a low to a mid to a low. Low, low, mid, low. Like I said, this variation isn't as good as the other two variations for combo wise and damage output wise, but this is the best variation for mix-ups, as well as just basically causing a lot of pressure, so you can get a lot of grabs and you can get a lot of pokes in, and you can keep your distance and kind of zone your opponent out, so you won't just be running in guessing if your opponent is blocking and trying to get combos in. Now to actually talk about his cancel. So unlike Devora or the other characters, not a running cancel, so therefore when you actually do a move, you want to cancel it, you just input the dashes, then you continue your combo. So you will not hold it and then try and input it and try and block it so you can get the run in. You just simply cancel it to continue your damage. It'll take a lot of practice. I do mess up with this a lot when I play online, but some of his combos and startups is different times of actually starting his cancel. So for example, his 4-1-2 is fairly simple for canceling it, but if you try his back one, you gotta wait, you know, a couple seconds before you actually cancel it. It's a little difficult for timing. I'm not sure on like any advice. I just suggest you guys actually practice with this, you know, try to get it down packed. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this tips and trick. Let me know how I did. Hope you guys actually find this variation actually really helpful. Remember, it's not a good variation for trying to get a lot of combo wise, but it's a great variation for a lot of pressure and mix up. So let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys later. I'm out. Peace.